What's up, everybody? Elohim here, and welcome back to Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, the Gangrel playthrough. Well, guys, looks like this is the next mission. I'm not looking forward to this because I did not want to go on that mission. Maybe we'll have an easier time at it.
Need a ride?
Than I've had in the past. So, yeah. Routes and action.
You, what are you doing here?
Yo, Nines, what's up?
Out now.
You feeling alright, man?
You should get out of here. This place is bad news. Pardon me.
Why? What's inside? I don't think I can get out of this mission. Oh, my turn. There we go. Drop that knife. That ain't no use for me. Next, dude.
It is quite peculiar, the happenings I've been made to witness for my supernatural longevity. I am thinking of one unfortunate phenomenon in particular, of unique interest to my station, both as a professional and as a sufferer of this vampiric condition. It seems the stream of time has begun to erode the moorings of my chosen course of study, for the methodologies that gave birth to psychology are slowly disappearing. I find myself in an era that overlooks the physical component of psychological pathology time and again in favor of the sophistic practices of Freud. Phrenology, dactopintilism, and the rest of the old guard has fallen by the wayside, its champions all silenced in death, with my unique exception. Would that I could make my voice heard again, although it may be suspicious should I return to popular medical discourse 50 years after my apparent death. No, better that I continue my studies into the psychoses in secret. One day, may I hold up my own cure as validation of the methods. I am confident no cure for my condition, or that of my beloved wife, lies within our figurative minds, waiting to be unlocked by the correct combination of memories recovered from our childhoods. And I'm most certain it has nothing to do with the relationship between myself, my parents, and my genitals. Sorry, Sigmund, but I choose to stay my course. In time, too, may your star fade and disappear.
Let's see what we have here. That's locked. That can be opened. And that's locked. Okay. Alright. Alright, we gotta light all of these. That's those two. Takes the light off of those. Lights that one. Aha! Five experience. We need a lot more experience points than we have. It's locked.
Another unfortunate casualty to tide of time, insane asylums. I lament their loss not only as brokerage houses for the breadth and depth of human psychoses, but also I shall mourn the disappearance of that peculiar environment present only in an insane asylum. That palpable atmosphere of blistered brains and churning bowels, the odoriferous melange of free-flowing bodily humors, that gently rolling cacophony of distant sobs and screams, the muttered cursing at perceived enemies, and the blissful gurgling of the lobotomy, like a newborn baby discovering the sky. I shall still find dead subjects as sure as I find bloody sustenance in the night, but this climate, I fear, may never be ready.
That's locked. Locked. Let's see what's up here. Nothing. Okay, that's that one there.
Often I reflect with great regret on the missed opportunity that was my infector. Had I been conscious after the attack, I could have stopped the orderlies from locking her in the roaming pen. What I would give... My studies proceed at a languid pace. I'm mired in a foul ennui as my wife's illness advances. My subjects grow restless without proper supervision, but I cannot pull myself back from this black depression. How many nights I've wasted now, gazing from the tower walk, pondering the frailty of existence.
This guy's having something else. Anybody else want to play? This axe wonderful. Alright. Okay, that leads to that room. Locked door. It leaves us only this way to go. I'll say, guys, this ain't quite as hard as it doesn't seem quite as hard as it used to.
After decades of solitary study into this affliction, I have learned that it is by no means mine alone. Indeed, the city is home to an entire society of similarly afflicted individuals with whom I've only recently made contact. They are an understandably standoffish sort, by and large, but I have been able to confirm with them that the condition is indeed vandalism, which apparently comes in a multitude of strains, each with a spectacular set of symptoms such as invisibility and even a sort of lycanthropy. Through numerous official interactions with the governing body of this secret society, I have concluded that their fundamental understanding of the vampiric condition is woefully lacking and mired in suspicion and pseudo-religious dogma that would make a Turk balk for its strictures. Indeed, they seemed impressed with my studies and the eloquence with which I was able to present them. Apparently, the typical sufferer of my particular strain of vampirism is far from the vanguard of the king's. I have accepted the role of Primogen for Clan Malkavian, the dreadfully winsome label applied to the particular strain of vampirism I suffer, so named for some supposed vampire father figure of old, or poppycock grown from a backward culture that seems interminably drawn to children's tales and the fiction of Victorian romance, when it should concern itself with the science behind their suffering. No matter, for I have taken this office for no greater reason than to advance my research. I must make mention, however, that even among my would-be peers in this governing body of vampires, the level of paranoia and superstition is frightening. Their intelligence is not the question, no, indeed. As they courted me for this appointment, I had to suspect that their overtures were hand-tailored to what must be my obvious infatuation with reason, for the devil would do well to have such honey-tongued tempters. Even so, I could not help but notice the dressing of language these vampire leaders chose for their siren song. Whether it is born of habit, from addressing their unwashed, ill-educated subjects, or from their own deep-seated beliefs, their linguistic flourishes belie a faith in superstition.
You know, I bet we got to go through all that over again. Yep.
You! What are you doing here?
Bill 9.
Out now.
Bill 9.
You should get out of here. This place is bad news. Pardon me.
Huh? Sucks that we died. Means that there has to be a way to get through. Like a way to cut it off or something. Did damage to me, you get to heal me. go. That unlocked. Come on.
It is quite peculiar, the happenings I've been made to witness for my supernatural longevity. I am thinking of one unfortunate phenomenon in particular, of unique interest to my station, both as a professional and as a sufferer of this vampiric condition. It seems the stream of time has begun to erode the moorings of my chosen course of study, for the methodologies that gave birth to psychology are slowly disappearing. I find myself in an era that overlooks the physical component of psychological pathology time and again in favor of the sophistic practices of Freud. Phrenology, dactylpintorism, and the rest of the old guard has fallen by the wayside, its champions all silenced in death, with my unique exception. Would that I could make my voice heard again, although it may be suspicious should I return to popular medical discourse 50 years after my apparent death. No, better that I continue my studies into the psychoses in secret. One day, may I hold up my own cure as validation of the methods. I am confident no cure for my condition or that of my beloved wife lies within our figurative minds, waiting to be unlocked by the correct combination of memories recovered from our childhoods. And I'm most certain it has nothing to do with the relationship between myself, my parents, and my genitals. Sorry, Sigmund, but I choose to stay my course. In time, too, your star fade and disappear. Often I reflect with great regret on the missed opportunity that was my infector. Had I been conscious, my studies proceed at a languid pace. I'm mired in a foul ennui as my wife's illness advances. My subjects grow restless without proper supervision, but I cannot pull myself back from this black depression. How many nights I've wasted gazing from the tower walk, pondering the frailty.
Run around them like this. I'd say we're doing pretty good. We just figure out how to get past that one part. You're the only one left alive in this room, so you're a snake. There we go. Much better. That one's open. Room are we in now? Okay, we're in this one. Yet. There we are. Yeah, this axe is definitely the best choice for this place. Open that up. Around. these.
I have accepted the role of Primogen for Clan Malkavian, the dreadfully winsome label applied to the particular strain of vampirism I suffer, so named for some supposed vampire father figure of old, or poppycock grown from a backward culture that seems interminably drawn to children's tales and the fiction of Victorian romance when it should concern itself with the science behind their suffering.
We're almost there.
No matter, for I have taken this office for no greater reason than to advance my research. I must make mention, however, that even among my would-be peers in this governing body of vampires, the level of paranoia and superstition is frightening. Their intelligence is not the question, no, indeed. As they courted me for this appointment, I had to suspect that their overtures were hand-tailored to what must be my obvious infatuation with reason, for the devil would do well to have such honey-tongued tempters. Even so, I could not help but notice the dressing of language these vampire leaders chose for their siren song. Whether it is born of habit, from addressing their unwashed, ill-educated subjects, or from their own deep-seated beliefs, their linguistic flourishes belie a faith in superstition over the providence of empirical reason that must be an all-pervasive theme in this society of darkest night.
Okay. Before we go any further, in case we die.
Damn it all, now I'm doing it too.
That's where we came in. I'll flip this one. There we go. I'll flip this one. All right. Guys, we're doing it. That does nothing. Another one of these, eh? Here. It's up already. Go flip it. Can't be the same one we were just in. I guess technically it could be. It was. That was interesting. Let end up here. We're gonna backtrack. Can't clear this way, can I? No. So that's the door we just unlocked. I would say that's the door we just unlocked. We're not expecting her. Play. Thank you for the snap. I don't appreciate you biting or hitting me, dude. So I'm gonna bite you. There's like one left. Nope, two. You attack me there. From behind. You die. Cool, got a key. Yeah, too bad we can only carry one knife at a time. Cause, yeah.
As I expand my dealings with the vampire government, I have encountered a disturbing new symptom of this affliction. Frequently, in conversation, I will hear voices emanating from other vampires. Voices that are not their own, but which seem to have insight into their lives beyond what I could gather from simple conversation. These voices seem to echo from deep within my fellow vampires, and I cannot be certain if this symptom belongs to my strain of illness or theirs. For the voices are various and inconsistent. I dare not mention this symptom to my vampiric peers. They have proven themselves true predators to whom I could be loath to reveal any sign of weakness. Indeed, these voices have counseled me against confessing their presence, and until I can confirm their source, I will listen. The information the voices have given me ranges from curious to frightening. The latter case is especially true of one powerful vampire whose name I shall not commit to recording in the interests of self-preservation.
Five. Ooh, yeah, take that. Ammo. Maze. Fun. A crazy person set up a maze for us to do. Here. We need a snack in this thing. Alright, we have to go through these anyway to get there. This might be the only door that actually opens in this room. Come on, fall through. Locked. Locked. Oh, this place. I don't remember what we're supposed to do here. Okay, there's a lever there we gotta do. A hole there. We go over there, we get barbecued. So, we're supposed to. Freaks get for hitting me. Don't get me wrong, I have nothing against freaks. Been called a freak most of my life. But yeah. Okay. That's locked. Alright. There's gotta be something in here. How's the sun shining at night? Yeah, even that close we burn. Hold on. No, I ain't got enough for that one. In general, what do we need for inspection? That is bound to help us in the long run, at least. Wait, we may have missed something. with these. Okay, we gained a knife. I didn't think we had one, but... Or I thought we had one already. Whatever. Okay. That's one way to do it, guys. You come here. Freaking attacking me. Dare you. All that matters is we got that switch flipped. So now, continue progressing. Oh, it's this place. Yeah. Back in here. Guess not. Let's... We can back this way a little bit, but nothing back here. Doesn't hurt to check. What was there was a whole reason for coming in here. I don't remember what it was though. Lovely sounds in this place. Freaking fun house for sure. Well, the doors go anywhere for the ones we've already been through. Nothing obvious line around. Alright. Let's go then. No, that's locked. Okay, yeah. There we go.
Wishes and words brown from the same sea.
Yeah, hi. We can leave. Has anything changed upstairs? No. Okay. We came in here just for that phone call. Yeah, definitely a fun house. Although whose idea of fun this is, I'm not quite sure. I mean, it's not scary. It's a little weird, but that's about it. Thank you. Now back into this, I guess. Maybe now we can go this way.
Stop doing that. Mother can't be too pleased. None too pleased.
There we go. Look, you ain't dead yet. I'm freaking kidding you. I want to try to get through this mansion. I'm recording, but I don't think that's going to happen. Because we are already at about the limit of our time. What's over here? This stairs came up. This leads where? Church. Famous doctor dies in accident. I'm assuming it's the one that we're here to see. Let's keep going up, guys.
I am no longer safe. I know it. The voices have proven themselves authentic, and I have withdrawn from the Vampire Society entirely. My absence will no doubt draw attention, but I could no longer hold my fragile composure around the ravenous eyes of my vampire peers, especially not around him. The voices compelled me to make what I fear is a Faustian bargain, for their demands are constant and merciless. I have secluded myself within the mansion. I know he will strike out at me. The voices have increased in frequency and direction of late. They have begun to stay with me long after conversation has ceased and are serving as quite a distraction. I fear others are beginning to notice my preoccupation at the vampire gatherings. I am thinking again of the particular vampire of whom I spoke previously, who I dare not name for my growing fear. If the voices are to be believed, then my caution is warranted. They speak of his blackest crimes, both past and future. More than once, I have seen the suspicion in his eyes and heard the distrust in his voice when speaking with me. The fear must register on my face, as it is all I can do in these moments to keep from crying out in chorus with the voices.
What's the gold ring? Come on. Alright, where's this door going to take us? Ah, luckily this game... here. Alright. Guys, we are almost at the end of this little part. experience.
Lay low and be cleansed by the flames!
Grout's dead. Who the hell are you?
Grout is dead? Pity it could not be by my hand. No matter. Soon your self-made kings and false prophets and all who bear the mark of the beast will be washed from the earth for the coming of the Lord.
Who the hell are you?
Yes, you burn. Tell them it was Grünfeld Bach who sent your damned soul to that lake of fire. All agents of Satan shall return to whence they came. Let this righteous display serve as a promise to all who serve the archfiend Lacroix. I'm coming for you, Lacroix. By the power of the Lord, I will cleanse your black soul.
Yeah, whatever. Alright. Now we get to try to get out of here. I don't think I can go back this way. Oh, that's it. Lighting me on fire. In the past, I've had a lot of problems with this part. I think I can actually do it now, though. Just remember the way out of here. Stop lighting me on fire. Just take it calmly. Alright, what's the next door? We did it. Died one time. Oh, that's a miracle. That place is not easy. At least it wasn't the last time I played it. Adventure on that was hard to do. Well, Megalomaniac Adventure was hard to do, but he was nowhere near as good in a fight. I do want to thank y'all for watching. If you have enjoyed what you saw here, go ahead and hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you are new to the channel and want to see more videos by me. Hit the notification bell if you want to know when I put videos up. As always, comment down below. I love hearing from you guys. Thank y'all for watching. I'll see you next time.